Welcome to this interview, Mrs. Helen Opwapo, the chair lady of ODM-Scandinavia. Now, why do you think that Raila Odinga should be elected president of Kenya?
Thank you very much, Mr. Sewe, for giving me this chance to enlighten a little bit Kenyans and the world at large about Raila Odinga. First of all, I think it is high time that the Kenyans give this man a chance to practice these issues which have been burning in him ever since he started fighting to put a change in the system of Kenya after the independence. When independence was got in Kenya, I think he was still just a young boy, because I was still just also a small girl. But when he grew up, although he grew up in a political home, but I don't think that is what made him do what he's doing now. I think he went through stages that showed him through that the system was not going the way it should go as an independent country. So he decided to become a politician, and in doing that, he started practicing it. Little by little, then he blew up. He even ended up in detention. From that moment, Raila has never rested in wanting to practice what he thinks can be beneficiary to the common man in Kenya. And I think we should give him that chance. Let us not make a mistake this time. Raila, being the longest serving detainee, suffered 8 years in detention, suffering for the Kenyans. He was suffering not because he wanted to suffer. He was suffering because he wanted Kenya to be liberated. He wanted to liberate Kenyans. From what? From neocolonialism in the name of post-colonialism. The people who took charge of Kenyans after the independence promised to continue with the good work, but instead they enriched themselves and forgotten the masses. And this is one of the facts that triggered Raila to think of what he can do to change this. So he decided that because KANU was so strong, he decided that they can join as political parties together in order to fight KANU out, because KANU having been the only party which has been ruling Kenya ever independence, and that is what he was seeing, that there was a lot of loopholes and failures and everything was just falling apart. So he joined Kibaki and endorsed Kibaki and campaigned for Kibaki, not even thinking that Kibaki was another person or another extension of another tribe or party or what, but only a party which can join with him in order to remove KANU. So he endorsed Kibaki, and Kibaki became the president. They managed to remove KANU from the leadership. He had to jump out of Kibaki's camp.
Do you think it was correct for Raila to quit Kibaki's camp? Because
I think it was correct.
Many people have blamed him for leaving Moi, then going into Kibaki, then leaving Kibaki. How does ODM-Scandinavia justify Raila's movement from party to party, as many people have accused him?
First of all, I believe in my own heart that had he just been given that other job which he got, and the line was told towards what he wanted for the change. I don't think that Raila just wanted to be just a leader. He just wanted the change to be there, to be seen. Least did he know that Kibaki was an extension of Moi. And I think it was right for him to jump out of Kibaki's camp, for that matter, because moving from one party to another, it was not changing from one party to another, but in this case it was changing from one party to the next of the same party. Kibaki's party was still towing the KANU manifestos, and that is what made him stop being with Kibaki.
Now, what else do you think makes Raila qualified to lead Kenya?
Well, I think everybody, an adult Kenyan who has been there from 2002 to 2007, knows exactly what happened. In the referendum, the other big shots who are now fighting him, people like Kalonzo Musyoka, like Ruto, like Mudavadi, Balala, all of them jumped from their parties, from KANU or from NAC to Raila's party, which now was ODM. Then ODM was now a power again, now fighting to make a change in the next election.
Now, Raila has tried to take credit for the new constitution. Do you think this is justified?
Well, I think it is justified. I think let us not forget one thing. You can remember that during the referendum, there was the banana and the orange. The orange one. This orange was led by Raila. And had it not been for that orange, or had it not been for Raila initiating this referendum, we would be still having a mongrel constitution which was brought to us by the home guards.
Now, the Rutos have, also claimed that they were in the process. The Balalas, the Mudavadis, the Kalonzos, that Raila should not take the reform credentials for himself. What is your reply?
These people who came and joined the ODM, they are a continuation of NAC. They jumped there only to make their names. They are the molds of the constitution actually. These people, I can even quote their names: Ruto, Kalonzo Musyoka, Balala, Mudavadi. These are the molds of the party, and they have injured the progress of that party, which is supposed to create a big difference from the old one.
Now, what other reason is there for Raila to be elected president of Kenya by the Kenyan people?
Well, if we come to follow the Kenyan latest history, 207, 208, or 207 I should say, election was done, and Raila won by long margin, a very, very wide margin, and the whole world saw this. This election was rigged, not even rigged, it was just stolen. They just decided to bullshit Raila and name themselves, or name somebody to be the president. This was not fair. It is not fair to the country, it is not fair to the people of Kenya who worked so hard to elect him. It is not fair for Raila, who wanted to give these Kenyan people the change he is burning to give up to now. Let us give this man a chance this time. Let us not make a mistake.
So apart from Raila's presidency being stolen, is there anything else that qualifies him to lead Kenya?
Well, everybody who has been listening to Raila from many years ago, even up to now, Raila has a vision. Raila has got this infrastructure package in him. Raila covers the whole map of Kenya, from eastern, northeastern to west, from north to south, central, everywhere. Raila has got a plan for each and every community in Kenya.
The Constitution of Kenya was promulgated in August 2010, and Raila's tried to claim a lot of mileage using the promulgation of the new Constitution. Do you think it's justified for him to do so, especially now that elections are around the corner?
First of all, I hope you understand that with this new constitution, Raila is a very frustrated man. Raila is trying all that he can so that the constitution is followed. Nobody, they don't follow it. He is the only one who can implement it. At the moment, he is the only one who is trying to implement it. People like Ruto, like Uhuru, like Kalonzo, they can't do it. People have lost trust in them. We have lost the basic trust in these people. It's only Raila who we rely on to practice this constitution. So we can't see how far it can go with us. It can always be changed. But at the moment, it has to be practiced so that it can see what it can do for the country. Kenyans have to think properly now. Let them make their destiny. Let them think of who they are going to choose. And as for me, I think it is better for them to choose either a status quo or a reformist. And the reformist is who we are appealing to Kenyans, all of them to think about, is none other than Raila Amolo Odinga. Let us give him our votes.